anything else. The world can live without gold. The world cannot live if it fails to reduce our emissions of carbon.
To turn this big idea into reality, Strong turned to Richard Sander, one of the world's most successful commodities traders.
The world emits about 30 to 35 billion tons of carbon. That's, quote, the crop. That presents a market that could be $15 trillion.
Critics like Kevin Smith believe greed is driving the carbon trade, not a desire to go green and save the planet.
It's become how to make a quick buck out of the carbon market. The number of lobbyists who are aggressively pushing carbon trading, trying to expand the carbon market, vastly outnumber the people from the environmental NGOs who are kind of pushing for the real emissions reductions.
Yes, there's some profiteering. It's not enough to negate the value of the concept.
The fact is that the oil industry is spending billions of dollars annually.
It's new, and in anything new you can expect that there's some wrinkles to be ironed out. But I'm very pleased that the UN did not wait for all the system to be perfected.
Okay, you have a great day, EJ. See you later, Emmy. Okay.
Imperfect as the marriage of profit motive and saving the planet may be, Sean Burns intends to make it work. He's on his way to the office to close a deal with a Texas tycoon who wants to buy a huge swath of the Amazon rainforest to create carbon credits.
Hi, Don. It's Sean and Kirk.
Hi.
If it works, this could be the biggest carbon credit transaction ever.
My partner and I have access to several millions of acres of rainforest property. And,
The Texan has decided to let Sean and his team package the deal.
Okay, bye-bye. Woo! Yo, that's gonna float the ship. Whew.
If it goes through, this deal is potentially worth billions of dollars. The tycoon on the other end of the phone was Don Lambert, who made his fortune in the oil business. He's now ready to invest in what may be an even more lucrative industry, preventing millions of trees from being cut down.
Well, if you've got 100 million tons of carbon that you're sequestering for 30 years, and the price of carbon is $25 a ton, you're looking at $2.5 billion.
For every tree that's cut or burned in the rainforest, a ton of carbon escapes. For every tree saved, you get a carbon credit. 2 million acres of Amazon rainforest preserved equals 100 million carbon credits per year, which Don Lambert will sell for a profit as the cost of pollution increases.
Some people will get rich out of this. There's no doubt about that. But that's nothing to be ashamed of or embarrassed about. I don't often quote former President Clinton, but I think he has a very apt phrase for this. He calls it capitalism with a conscience. You're looking at the major oil companies being buyers. You're looking at the major utility companies being buyers.
Buying credits like these puts an oil company or a power plant on the road to carbon neutral without having to install new technology or change the way they do business. Environmental critics say it's all a sham.
Companies that are responsible for very unsustainable practices can give money to an offset company and buy the carbon neutral status that's essentially greenwash. It's giving them an environmental credibility that they just don't deserve.
There are carbon hunters all over the world. Kishore Bhutani works out of Mumbai, India. India, with its booming economy, is one of the global hotbeds of carbon trading.
Right now, India is going to be one of the major forces or suppliers of carbon credits in the carbon market. It has to be. How many cows per house?
Today, Kishore Bhutani is explaining how carbon credits can make money for a group of Indian dairy farmers.